Brought to you by Penguin.
When the Museum is Closed by Emi Yagi. Read by Kae Alexander. There she stood, a goddess, in the octagonal room, nimbly curving her full figure. Hello. You're here. Welcome. Her voice was surprisingly husky, somewhere between a mezzo-soprano and an alto, though leaning more towards alto if I had to choose. If she were singing in a choir, that is. I started to give her my invitation, but the curator swiped it from my hand and held it up for her to see. I froze. What was I thinking? That I could simply pass it to her? But the goddess didn't appear to be bothered. After a pause, she opened her mouth. Rika Horauchi, may I call you Hola? I nodded. Her declaration of a new nickname caught me off guard. But I also didn't have anything I would rather be called. The goddess squinted her pupilless eyes. And I want you to call me Venus, not Aphrodite. I know I'm very ancient Greek goddess, but I was born in Rome, see? Though Venus is actually my English name. I nodded for the second time. Her eyes twinkled, her engraved smile stretching as wide as it could go. Terrific. Now tell me, do I speak too fast? I don't sound too different from what you learn in school, do I? I hope you'll tell me if I do. No, I can understand you very well, I replied gingerly as I rubbed my palms against my raincoat. I was sweating profusely. I'm glad. I come from a time when nobody could have imagined the Roman Empire ever dividing, before Latin splintered into Italian and French and what have you. Venus cackled. Her bare white shoulders and smooth torso, wrapped in a layer of soft flesh, didn't budge. Perhaps there was a rule about bodies made of marble not moving from the neck down. The conditions of the part-time job weren't bad. They just weren't the sort of conditions you came across every day. The person who'd recommended me for the position was a professor with whom I've taken a class at university. I hadn't been back in years. I arrived at the train station by the university, scurried past the roundabout, which could only be described as forest fire level chaos, ambled through the gate and up the hill past girls dressed in matching outfits, pajamas, into a north wing laboratory where a tattered light green carpet jumped out at me. I was gazing at the expressionless pile carpet as it absorbed the new student cheers from the courtyard, when an invitation was thrust in my face. An envelope emblazoned with the university name. I glanced up and locked eyes with a face I recognized. I accepted the envelope with both hands, but kept them hovering. I'm sorry. I'm just not sure I have what it takes. I can't think of anyone more qualified than you. No one alive, at least. The professor looked as though he was addressing somebody behind me. Think of it as a tutoring job. Except that it's easier. All you need to do is talk. But she's something of a heritage speaker, and when you say talk, but my next words slipped soundlessly to the ground before the yellow vinyl material, like the final sprays of the park fountain at closing time. As I breathed in and out, puckering my lips in search of an excuse, the professor started to hop on one foot as if he'd got water in his ear. He turned to the mirror to straighten.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?